Well, I'll start by saying I'm a little disappointed that the defense are underrepresented here because we have a starting forward line and we have a goaltender, only one defenseman. So I think there's a little bit of indicative of the team of the '80s, anyways. There didn't appear to be much defense, so maybe there's a subliminal message there. You know, the '84-'85 team, we had learned. It was a progression for us to win the first cup, and most people know the story, or anybody that's hockey fans or Oiler fans. You know, we had to learn the hard lesson in '82, and then to get back in '83, and then learn what really champions are, the New York Islanders. And so we had that was the perfect learning curve, I guess. And then to win in '84, we realized how much darn fun it is. And why wouldn't we apply that same formula in '84-'85? You know, adding a guy like Cruz, you know, and no offense to Sammy, who wasn't a legitimate left winger for Gretz, although he claimed to be from time to time. You know, to give Gretz that real power left winger really allowed us to have, you know, two unbelievable scoring lines, and then lines 3 and 4 were really well balanced, and the defense were the same group that won the cup before, and then, you know, Grant Fuhr and Nets. So tough formula to beat.
Kevin, you also had as vice chair of Oilers Entertainment Group. Maybe just talk a little bit about what this event will mean to the organization and the fans.
Well, we've had the good fortune over recent years to be able to celebrate so much. You know, we celebrated the '84 Cup win not that long ago. We celebrated putting Glenn Sather's name up into the rafters. We closed the Coliseum. We opened Rogers Place. So there's been a lot going on around here. Got back in the playoffs. Lot to celebrate. I think so. Really, how do you one up that? And I think this has an opportunity to, because, you know, over the years, and I'm sure these guys have all experienced the same thing. You know, hockey fans say, you know, who was the greatest dynasty? The Canadians of the '70s, the Islanders of the '80s, the Bruins in the early '70s, the Oilers of the '80s. Who do you think is the greatest dynasty? No one ever asked who was the greatest team. And so you could debate who the greatest dynasty was. You know, obviously we feel we were, but I had great regard for the Montreal Canadiens of the '70s. I grew up in Montreal watching them. But to actually be able to say we're the greatest team of all time is, you can't match that. And this is part of the greatest team of all time, which is pretty special and something for OEG to celebrate.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Kevin.